everybody, this is Phillip Baker and welcome to another On the Road. Hey, I'm up here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Laura and I were hanging out at the Gathering Place. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a wonderful place to come, bring your family, study, pray, just hang out, rest, relax, and then we're just having a great day. You said, Brother Phillip, what are you doing up there? Well, we were ministering up in Miami, Oklahoma. We were over at C3 Church. Ronnie and Laura Rabel had a great time. The Path Marriage Seminar, did some leadership last night, miracle service on Sunday morning. Now it's time to head back home. But before I did, I wanted to just capture this moment. There's just a rant. I want to go off on something. I want to no holds barred, let it rip. I'm just fired up about something. I've been sharing something in God's churches that I want to share with you. You know, over the last 12 months, there's been a lot of stuff go on. You don't need me to tell you that. I mean, we've had the COVID, we've had protests, we've had all the stuff going on in the political world. We've had all the conspiracy theories. People have been acting crazy. And, you know, all that stuff has just war on people, and it's war on churches. And I kind of take that stuff and put it into three categories. You know, number one, you have a lot of warfare, just demonic warfare. You know that. I mean, I'm sure many of you feel like you've been under a demonic attack. Number two, pressure. Just a lot of pressure in the world. Financial pressure. Come on, physically, mentally, spiritually, pressure. And then number three, oh, listen, just good old-fashioned people. You know, people be crazy. People be crazy. And the stuff that they do and the stuff that they say, you know, to your face, not to your face, on social media, just people act, you know, you don't need me to tell you. And all that stuff, I'm going to tell you what it does. It causes damage. There's a lot of people that have been damaged over this last year, and not just this last year, but throughout their life. What are we going to do what are we going to do with all that damage? I'm going to tell you what, if we're going to be everything God's called us to be, do everything God's called us to do, if we're going to find ourselves right in the middle of what God's doing in this hour, we got to get all this damage under the blood of Jesus. You can't let that damage define you. You can't let that damage define your vision and how you're going to move forward into 2021, 2022, 2023. We got to get the damage under the blood. But in order to do that, I need you to think about something. You know, all of us have something in common. We're all so focused and we're experts on the damage done to us. Every one of us could stand up and you could meticulously, passionately describe in detail everything people have done to you. And if something happened 20 years ago, you could talk about it like it happened yesterday. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We understand the damage done to us, but it's amazing how we conveniently forget the damage done through us to others. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to think about that. We don't want to deal with that. That's not fun. What's fun is being caught up in what somebody did to me, what the church did to me, what that pastor did to me. That's what we like to focus on. Listen, it's going to mess you up. It's going to mess your path up. We got to get all this damage under the blood. So let me give you three things to think about. Are you ready? The damage done to us, it's always magnified. Oh my goodness, it's magnified. We know every detail. We know every shade of color. We know everything because we've thought about it so much. The damage done through us to others, oh, are you ready? It's minimized. Oh, you know, that really wasn't a big deal. You know, they just took me out of context. You know, if they were a little smarter, if they were a little wiser, they wouldn't have reacted that way. You know, they just need to grow up. Come on, does that sound familiar to you? Number two, the damage done to us from others, oh, it's always demonically inspired. Oh, you know, the devil was using that church. The devil was using that man or woman of God. The devil was using that person. It was a demonic attack against me and against my family. Oh, demons are behind it. But the damage done through us to others, you know, that was just an unfortunate accident. You know, I didn't mean to. They just misjudged my intentions. You know the old saying, we judge others by their actions, we judge ourselves by our intentions. Come on, I didn't mean to. It was just an accident. I was having a bad day. I didn't even mean it. Okay? Number 3, the damage done to us, it is going to require full accountability. I'm going to need to sit down with you, and we're going to need to go through every level of what you did to me and how it affected me, my finances, my family, my future, my past, my present. And I'm going to need an individual apology on every layer that you did to me. And even then, when I get all those apologies, I'm going to forgive you, because I'm such a wonderful Christian. But, we're not going to be friends anymore. Ooh, but the damage done through us to others should be easily forgiven and forgotten. Okay, now listen, I apologize to you, and that's it. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Now, I know you want to sit down and talk about it, but we're not going to do that. I have told you I'm sorry through a text, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. And if you continue to want to talk about it, well, that just shows your love walk and your Christianity really isn't where it's supposed to be. If you were really the Christian you say you were, you would just forgive me, and we would never have to talk about it again. Ooh, do you smell it? Let me get a little closer. I smell it. Do you smell it? It's the wonderful smell of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Listen, if we're going to be who God's called us to be, do what God's called us to do, if we're going to be right in the middle of what God's doing in this hour, we got to get all this damage under the blood. The damage done to us and the damage done through us. We're living in important times, prophetic times, perilous times, and we got work to do. Jesus is coming back soon, and we got work to do, and we don't have time to be dealing with all of this damage. Let's get it under the blood. Let's get things right with people. Let's apologize where we need to apologize. Let's get things right here. Let's get things right there, and let's get to building the kingdom. All right, I feel better now. I got that off my chest. I let it rip potato chip. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. For more of On the Road, go over to our YouTube channel, PBM Phillip Space Baker. Subscribe, hit that bell, and when we release new videos like the Path TV, On the Road, the 3-minute build, you'll get a notification. Hey, God bless you. Have a great day. See you next time on the road. Hope you enjoyed this episode of On the Road. For more, make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, PBM Phillip Space Baker. God bless you and have a great day.